It is I, Fork, as you no doubt knew, and I would like to welcome you back to Indie Bytes here on Pixel Attack. Today is October the 4th, and our first game for the day is Kilobite by Cake Collective. This is their first game, and it is a boatload of incredible callback awesomeness. It's like a weird third-person 3D 360 degrees of freedom snake with super-duper retro callback options like scan lines and RGB splits. But though, as cool as they are, they kind of give me a headache. You know, there's even noise options. So if you want to go super duper retro, there you go. But it's kind of weird. And they're really cool. I love that they're there. But they tend to kind of give me a bit of a headache. And you can invert or not invert X or Y. It's really awesome. So let's go ahead and hop into the game right off the bat. This is just pretty cool. The name is Kilobite. It's like got a whole data theme to it, and you can choose like, are you gonna be dial-up speed, broadband, or fiber optic? And now, fiber optic isn't available where I live, so we're gonna go with broadband so that I don't, you know, have the sadness. Now I believe. Yes, you control this. Oh, it's a little finicky. You control it with WASD and the keyboard. I think it works with a controller as well. Let me check. Yes, it works with the controller, and that feels great. So your goal is to collect these red things, and it's a game of Snake. You want to collect as many red things as you can, not run into your tail, and not run into the walls, which I gotta say, I love the effect they put for the walls. Like, you see whatever wall is pretty much in the direction you're heading. It's just, it's really awesome. I completely dig everything that they've done with this game, and I believe they've actually updated it since, oh, I missed it, oh jeez. I believe they've actually updated it since I got this version. The song is a little bit repetitive, but it's good for what this game is. It could definitely use a couple more sound bits, but I like it. Stylistically, it is spot on. It's got a consistent graphic style, and it's honestly really fun. This would make a great game to play, like, if you have some friends over and you've only got one controller. This would work really well. I can see it doing super well on the Xbox Live Arcade, or even as a tablet game. It could work it would be really cool to use it with a gyroscope, and I haven't played a lot of this. I'm pretty bad at it, but it is super duper fun. We're gonna give it one more go, and just, it's got a lot of really solid retro callbackiness to it. I dig it. It's solid. They did a great job. It'd be really cool if there were like a game mode with any kind of power-ups and stuff like that. I know that some versions of Snake... Oh, I didn't even try there. Some versions of Snake had power-ups. This one doesn't, and that's fine, but it would be pretty cool with them. So that is Kilobite by Cake Collective. You can get it for about $2.50 American on itch.io. The price is $1.50 in pounds, I believe. It's pretty super duper neat, so let's head on to the next game. Alright, our second game for the day is Age of Tankbot by Adam Stox. This is, how to put this, it's a simple tank shooter with pretty strong enemy AI. You're the blue tank. Your goal is to destroy all of the red tanks in a level before you get shot. Something that's cool is that bullets bounce once, so you kind of end up having to trick the AI with that, because they're honestly pretty clever, and if you just shoot right at them in a way that would be a direct hit, they'll dodge out of the way, and you and the AI both die in one hit. Now, this first level isn't really too... I was gonna say it's not too hard, but I'm pretty terrible at it. Come on, what are you gonna do? Yeah, got him! The levels get progressively harder as you get more and more tanks in the stages. You gotta be kind of tricksy. You gotta think with what you're doing. This is actually the last level that I played. It introduces destructible blocks, and here's the thing: these tank guys, they don't play any, they're not video game players. They're jerks. This is not a game to them. This is 100% real. And they go hard. Wow. I remember having a bit more trouble with these guys than this. But you know what? I'm not gonna complain. At least I'm not looking like a baddie in front of all y'all. Oh, damn it! So when you die once, you need to go ahead and just pick back up and start over. The controls are a little bit hard to get used to at first. In all honesty, they're kind of weird. But it works. Mostly aiming is strange. Dodged it! I'm the best! Come here. You are my next victim. Bam, bam, bam. I would love to see this with multiplayer. It would be so awesome to play this with controllers on my couch with 3 other friends. It would be so ridiculous that oh, damn it. It would just be so ridiculous. It'd be so much fun to have this with power-ups, with different tracks, all sorts of really cool stuff. Come on. Aiming is tough. I'm not gonna lie. Aiming is definitely tough. And it would be so cool to like have one of my friends try and shoot me with his tank, and then I get boom, bounced off. Oh! I didn't know that you could kill yourself. Learn something new every single day. It'd be really cool to get a bounce shot to the... Why? It's so much fun. I think we're gonna need to take out this tank jerk first. Come here. Come here. Oh, you damn... Come on, let me get you. Let me get you. Drive you... No! I'm really bad. But this game is so awesome. Seriously, I love it. Okay, let's try going around behind. See if we can. That'll let us... Boom! Got him. I think I have a guy come probably down there. Or he's gonna be... Oh, I almost got him. We want to just kind of get a bounce on him, I think. And bam! Because he got stuck in the wall. We lucked out there. I'm not gonna complain. This is another game that's got a super retro feel to it in terms of like how arcadey and simple it is. And on top of all that, just what the hell is this? Just the music and oh god. Come on, give me Okay, so I think we're gonna go ahead and try to clear out a little bit of room. We're gonna give this level one more shot before we move on. Oh, I fell into the water. That's it. There's some things that could use some work or some tweaking in this, but all in all, for an early version of the game, I think it's awesome. It would be great with multiplayer, it would be great with controller support, it would be great with power-ups, and I don't really know if it would need split screen for the multiplayer or not. But once again, this is the Age of Tankbot by Adam Stox. I found it on Reddit, but I believe it is also on IndieDB, so I'll put a link to both of those in the description. Alright, let's move on to the next game. Alright, our third and final game for the day is one that I am so excited to finally be able to bring this to you guys. This is The Long Dark by Hinterland Studios. This is a first-person hardcore survival sim in a frozen wasteland. Currently, as you can see, it's currently just Sandbox Alpha version 0.136. So story mode, not yet available. They do plan on adding it. Right now we've got a sandbox mode. You can pick between, you know, a male voice and a female voice. Which, fun fact, male Shep, female Shep. So that is really awesome. It's really cool to have them back in here. They plan on adding a secondary too. Right now it's only Mystery Lake. When you start this game, everything you have, like, not what you start off with, but your location and the weather, that is all random. So we see here that I have spawned in the middle of a storm kind of thing going on here. I actually haven't been in this area of the game, so that's very cool. Some things to note right off the bat. Time changes, weather changes, it's colder at night, it's warmer in the day. You need to scavenge for food. You need to, oh, I need a tool there. You need tools to scavenge for certain things, like since this is frozen, I need to scavenge. I need a I need a harvesting. I need a hunting knife in order to actually scavenge it. I can't harvest any meat because he's frozen. But if he were like not frozen, I could just pluck it out with my meat, with my meat, with my hands. This game right now is all about exploration, finding things to survive.
That'll come in handy.
All right, yes, it will come in handy. We will take all this stuff. These have already been opened. Found a first aid kit. We will search through that. Everything is done in a way that emulates time passing. So that searching, that was made to sort of emulate about how much time it would take. The map is set. It's not randomly generated, but it's set to scale. Time passes something like 5 seconds for every minute, I think, or something around there. So it's done in a way that it would take me about an hour to walk from the train station to the village. So it takes about the equivalent in game time to make it. I would say the only living threat to you in the current version of the game is wolves, and they're jerks. They're total jerks. They don't quite, behave like wolves really would, but whatever, who cares? Let's go ahead and take a look at the menu screen. So as you can see, I'm starting to freeze to death because I just spawned. I'm in the middle of the cold waste. I don't have a lot to go with here. You'll get more tired, you'll get hungry, you'll get thirsty. You can sort your backpack through, like, first aid or, oh, I'm hungry. I mean, oh, I'm hungry. There we go. I'll go ahead and eat that, and it would take about that long to eat. You can see in the bottom left my calorie count, and it's all about hunting and scavenging and surviving. In the current version, you cannot survive indefinitely, and I believe that that's on purpose. Oh, sweet. I know where we are. Awesome. We may not be totally screwed. I think... Okay, this is the river, so I think if we go to the right, there should be a cabin. There are certain player stats, like... I can't remember what it's called, but there's a stat for how good you are at starting fires. And every time you successfully start a fire, that goes up a little bit. It goes up a little bit. As you can see over there, there are cabins. I'm not sure if, like, wolf and animal patrols are constant. No, they're definitely not. That's a wolf over there. We don't want to go that way. I mean, we do, because we need to get into that cabin so that we can hopefully start a fire and warm up. But we're just gonna come over here. As you can see, we've got that. So this cupboard, it would take about that long to search the cupboard. All in all, right now, it's very bare bones and basic, but this has so much potential to just be something super, super awesome. It doesn't have any multiplayer, and they're not planning on adding any multiplayer. But it's one of those games that I feel doesn't really need it. Simply wandering around in here, it's so atmospheric. Even with this art style, it gets super, super dark at night. Like, you can't see anything if you don't have a light source. The weather is really dynamic, and you use this. Oh, hell yeah! And you feel like you're stuck in a snowstorm. It's all really, like, I feel cold when I'm playing this game, and that's saying something because it is like 93 degrees outside right now, and the room that I'm in has no air conditioning. So I play this game to cool off. It's pretty bee's knees. Tell you what, we're gonna go see if we're gonna say screw it. We're gonna have to get past that wolf. Maybe we can sneak around behind him. But yeah, it's super, super awesome. I'm very excited to see where it's gonna go. Hopefully they add more features, like more interactive foraging. Like right now, if I wanted to find wood, I come into this menu and I say, oh, I'm gonna forage for X hours, it'll do this and it'll do that. I can use a tool to do better, and I'll go and forage. Starting a fire is pretty much the same way. I'll hit start a fire, and you look around like where you want to place it, and you try to start the fire. You need things like tinder plugs. You need something to use as tinder, and you need wood for fuel. But it's all very realistic in the way, not so much the way it's implemented, because I'm not sitting here trying to strike a fire, but in the way things are balanced. Like, it makes sense that after being in the cold for, I think we've been playing for a couple minutes now, so a few hours, I would start to freeze to death. It makes sense. There are various forms of gradual degradation. You can get hungry, you can start starving, you can freeze to death, you can... I don't know if you can actually die of fatigue or if you just get slow. You can't die of loneliness or anything like that, so that's good. Let's go ahead and head in here. You can fall a little bit too far and totally break your leg. Oh, sweet. Let's take these. So these newsprint rolls, they can be used as tinder, which is awesome. Let's see if, yes, there is some accelerant. So we should be able to come over to this potbelly stove. And then we go, okay, wood matches, reclaimed wood. Let's throw in an accelerant, bump my success rate up to 90%, and come on, baby! Yes! Awesome, so my fire starting skill increased to 51%, so that's great. So we're gonna warm up a little bit. We're not gonna completely freeze to death just yet. Although I probably should have started that fire upstairs instead of down here. Because there are beds upstairs. But you know, I'm down here and I'm scavenging, so it's fine. There are lots of landmarks in the game right now, so once you kind of... Since you spawn in different areas, you actually start to learn the map, and like I said, the map doesn't move around. So, it's all very fair, and it's easy to learn your way around. I've got a can opener, so I can open that pork and beans that I found earlier, so that we can grab a bite to eat when we need it, which honestly is right about now. Food and drink, pork and beans. Now, if I didn't have the can opener, I would be able to smash it. I could smash it open, but I would lose a good portion of the food. So I eat it, and it'll open it with the can opener that I have, and that'll use up the can opener, and then I eat it. And something else that's super awesome about this that I want to point out is just the sound design, like that fire that you hear. That is a crackling fire. When you're eating or you're drinking, the noises that your character makes are all they're nearing the point of grossness. Honestly, let's not add anything to that, but let's go ahead and actually melt some snow. So you melt the snow and it'll make time pass pretty fast. You can't add fire while you're doing something. Let's boil whatever of this water that we can. There we go. I don't think it actually I think that since we weren't able to actually finish, it didn't actually succeed. But that's fine. Loot is completely randomized, and I don't think it restocks over time, which sort of contributes to the whole imminent demise kind of thing. This game, right now, the sandbox mode is not about lasting as long as you possibly can. It's not about lasting forever, it's about lasting as long as you can. And it does a very, very great job of making it clear just how imminent your doom really is, because there isn't a lot to scavenge. Sometimes you'll get lucky, like I am right now, and I scavenge enough to probably, let's see, I don't really need to I could probably just stay in here and warm up a little bit, and be totally fine. But we're gonna head out into the world and see if we can go punch that wolf to death. Where was he? Da-dum-dum. Oh, you know what? Better idea. I want to show you guys just how dark things get. I believe I have a flare. So we come in and we go to tools, flare. Yes, I can equip that. So we can use that to sort of... I'm gonna use this to sort of demonstrate how dark it is outside. But first, we are going to start up this here campfire. Start that up, please succeed. Yes! And then we're going to sleep until 7 o'clock. Sounds good. We're going to nap for 8 hours. See, time passes. It makes you wait, and I like that. You can't actually skip this. So that's kind of cool. So it's 7 o'clock. You can set it to not use military time. Oh, we're getting thirsty. Oh, but see, I'm not cold anymore. So that 8-hour nap, that was perfect. Let's go ahead and...
I'll do anything for a drink right now.
You know what? Well, you know what's great? I got some potable water right here for you. Listen to that noise. Oh, it's so gross. But that's how it would sound if you were drinking. Oh, come on. I don't want to drink the unsafe stuff. So we will use a purification tablet. Purify some of that unsafe water that I've got. Come back in here. Drink it. Now, I think that one single tablet can purify a whole liter, so that was kind of a waste there. I only had half a liter, but it's fine. They actually last a little bit of time. And we'll go ahead and eat this MRE. I wonder what flavor it was. I hope it wasn't PB&J. From the tale I hear of my father, who was in the Marines, PB&J MREs were either the best or the worst, and it's still not dark enough out here. I think I need to get like close to midnight, really. So we're gonna head back up into the bed, and we're just gonna do. Time's passing, that's alright. Time's passing. There we go. I have survived 15 hours and 20 minutes, and we're inside right now. It probably looks really terrible on YouTube, but I can kind of see that chair. So I'm just gonna, boom! Now you can see. It's like you're playing Amnesia. You can't see a thing outside. This is really where the game shines. How atmospheric and just, honestly, it's terrifying to me. Being outside at night, even though this is so incredibly beautiful. Look at that sky. Look at that horrifying red glow around me. Look at that snow, this storm. It's great. But when you don't have a flare and you're like inside the building and the storm's going, it just makes it creepy. There have been times when I've been like, there have got to be monsters in this game because there's some weird noises. Oh shit. So there's a wolf around here. This is really cool. You can use tracks to like find your way back. So I can be like, oh look, my people tracks. Sweet. And I imagine that will really come into play when they actually add other like NPCs, any other like humans to the game, and you have to interact with and barter with them. I am very, very excited to see the game get to that stage. That is actually it for this episode of Indie Bytes. Once again, this was The Long Dark by Hinterland Studios. You can find it at intothelongdark.com. It's also available on Steam in early access for $19.99, aka 20 bucks. So there's a link to this in the description. Thank you again for joining me on Pixel Attack. I have been Fork, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
For the love of games!